Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Daniela, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make these lovely earrings. Don't worry, it may not look like, but they can be made very easily. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support me even more, check out my Patreon for more benefits. So, back to the tutorial and let's take a look at what we need. I recommend using a bead mat because it's easier to pick up beads from the bead mat than, for example, from the table. Needle and thread are must. I'm going to use Fireline size 0.12 mm in crystal color. I use Fireline because it's stiff and the earrings will hold their shape nicely. As for the beads, I will use, to make a pair of earrings, 6 Preciosa Candy 8 mm beads, 10 Puca Khéops, 8 Puca Amos, 24 mm fire polished beads, and some seed beads, Toho round size 11 and size 15. And to finish the earrings, I'm going to use this fishhook in copper color. And some pliers. I'm going to use round nose pliers and nylon jaw pliers. Just a reminder that, as always, the list of material, including links, can be found in the video description. I've also drawn diagrams of the procedure for you. You will see them here in the corner of the screen all the time, so you know what beads we are sewing. For those of you who prefer a printed version, I have also prepared a PDF of these schemes, which you can download for free. You can find the link in the video description. Okay, so first I cut a piece of Fireline I'm comfortable working with. About 60 or 70 centimeters will be enough. I thread my needle. Okay, so first I pick up one 15-0, then Amos. I go with my needle through the hole that is closer to this point. And again, one 15-0, one Amos, one 15-0, one Amos, and again one 15-0 and one Amos. So I have on my thread 4 15-0s and 4 Amos beads. I don't do it very often, but now I'll make a knot to make a circle stiff. And I leave a tail long enough so I can weave the thread in. Okay, so now I go with my needle through the 15-0 and through the Amos bead. And I go with my needle through this second hole. Now I take my Khéops bead. You can see that there are 2 holes and there is 1 hole, and on the other side there is also 1 hole. So I go with my needle through the bead so it points out through one of these 2 holes. Like this. Then I pick up one size 11 seed bead, one fire polished bead, again one size 11 bead, and I go with my needle through the second hole. Like so. And pull tight. It looks like this. And I go through the Amos again through this second hole. And pull tight. And we sew this combination on one Khéops bead, 2 size 11 seed beads and 1 fire polished bead into each gap. So again I pick up one Khéops bead, one size 11, 1 fire polished bead and 1 size 11 seed bead. And I go through the second hole of Khéops again and pull tight and go through the outer hole of Amos bead. Okay. And the last gap. Okay, so now I need to sew 2 candy beads, one here and one here. So I go with my needle through the holes like this, so I get to this point. I will be exiting from this size 11 bead. Just follow the scheme you can see on the screen right now. At the same time, you will reinforce the connection. Okay, so first I pick up 2 15-ohs and then a candy bead. You can see that this candy bead also has 2 holes, and one side is convex and one side is flat. In our case, the flat side is the back side. So I go with my needle through this right hole. I pick up another 2 15-ohs and I go with my needle through this size 11 bead, through the fire polished bead, and through this size 11. And I do the same on the other side, so I pick up 2 15-ohs, I pick up 1 candy bead, and another 2 15-ohs, and I go with my needle through this size 11 seed bead, like so. Okay, and pull tight. Next I pick up 2 15-ohs, 1 fire polished bead, and 1 15-oh, and go with my needle through the other hole of candy bead. Pull tight. Pick up 2 15-ohs, 1 fire polished, and again 2 15-ohs, and go through this fire polished bead. And again 2 15-ohs, 1 fire polished, and 2 15-ohs, and go through this second hole of candy. And now 1 15-oh, 1 fire polished, and 2 15-ohs. And I go with my needle through this size 11 bead. So now I'm coming out of this size 11 bead and I need to get to this fire polished bead. So I go with my needle towards this fire polished bead this way. I go through the Khéops, Amos, another Khéops, and through 11, fire polished, and these 2 15-ohs, and finally this fire polished on the right. Okay, here we go. I pick up 4 size 15-oh beads, 2, 3, and 4, 1 fire polished bead, 1 15-oh, 1 Khéops, again from the side. On the top here there are 2 holes, so I go with my needle like this. Next 1 15-oh, 1 candy bead, 8 15-ohs to make a loop. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And now I go back through the candy, through the other hole of the candy, like so. Then I pick up 1 15-oh and I go through the Khéops again. And to sew it symmetrically, I pick up 1 15-oh, 1 fire polished, 4 15-ohs, 1 2 3 and 4, and go with my needle through this fire polished bead and pull tight. I pick up 6 15-ohs, 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm exiting this fire polish bead and I go with my needle through the Khéops bead. And I go with my needle all the way up. I just also reinforce this loop here. And I go back down. Now I'm exiting Khéops bead and I pick up another 6 15-ohs and I go with my needle through this fire polished bead. I reinforce the loop again, so I go up without beads, just like that. And I go back down through the Khéops bead. I go down through only 4 15-ohs, not all the way down. I pick up one size 11 bead and I go with my needle through the opposite 15-oh. Go through this size 11 bead again and go through the 15-oh, back down. So great, we are done. If you still see somewhere that the earrings are not completely solid and you can see the thread, sew the spots again. In my case it's necessary, for example here, so I go with my needle through this again and I just weave the threads in and then I can cut them off, and of course I will make some knots. So I tie a knot. I pull tight and now it's perfect, no thread is showing. So I could just make a knot and weave it in. I cut a tail and do the same with the other tail. Now I take a fish hook, open it with pliers, just like this to the side. I go through the loop and close it again. I just also squeeze it a little bit with nylon jaw pliers, just a little bit. There, we are done. It didn't even take that long and we make these beautiful earrings. Let me know down in the comments how you like them. I have to admit, I like them a lot. Anyone who doesn't want to sew can buy them from me on my Etsy shop. You can find other jewelry there, mostly from my YouTube tutorials and some patterns too. So don't forget to take a look. And that's all for today. I'll be happy if you subscribe to my channel and I will see you next time. Bye!